We're following tonight from City Hall. That is where city leaders have just voted to halt spending on the streetcar project. The vote follows 3 days of debate by the mayor and new council members. Supporters and opponents of the streetcar made their pitches this afternoon, and things sometimes got emotional. Local 12's Angenette Levy is live from City Hall with more on the vote that just took place. Angenette.
Well, Curtis, those votes on those 11 ordinances that suspend work on the streetcar passed by a vote of 5-4. That's what we expected, so there was no surprise there. A lot of disappointment among streetcar supporters tonight. They were hoping that the council would take up an offer from a private donor to pay for some of the construction costs for between 7 and 10 days. That motion didn't have enough support to really make it at this council meeting. It will then be referred to a committee. So there will be some work that will continue. That will be work that would have been done had the streetcar project been completed or shut down. The opponents of this project contend that this pause, as they call it, is not a cancellation of the project. They believe that they can have an independent study of the cost to cancel versus the cost to complete the project completed in as little as 14 days. So there will still be some work going on, but that work will not be as intensive as streetcar supporters had hoped. Joining me to talk a little bit about this, and we're going to get some reaction about this decision that seemed all but inevitable all week long, is Mike Morosky. He ran for council and he is a very vocal streetcar supporter. Mike, how are you all feeling, or how are you feeling specifically about this decision tonight?
I honestly am not entirely certain how I feel. For the past few weeks, I kind of feel like I've been in this, surreal haze. Is this the Twilight Zone, or even talking about this? Right now, I feel like what just occurred in council chambers was tantamount to insanity. It didn't make any sense to me at all. I'm angry, but I'm also still quite hopeful, and I would encourage everybody else to remain hopeful as we fight this decision and we continue to move forward to not only build the streetcar, but to take Cincinnati to the next level.
What's the next step for you guys? There have been discussion, there have been rumors about lawsuits and things like that. What is the next step? We heard Yvette Simpson talk about it, adding a charter amendment to the ballot that voters could weigh in on that would, if approved, it would be required that the streetcar be completed.
Well, on their level, it appears to me that their next step is that, and of course, going to committee and discussing what this private money to continue to fund the streetcar and fund an outside audit and not jeopardize our federal dollars is their next step. But for us, our next step is to begin collecting signatures for referendum. These appropriation tricks that were attached to these 11 ordinances are no different than when the GOP tried to redistrict the state. They attached similar ordinances. It's not impossible to get around them. It's not impossible, and I want everyone to hear me, it's not impossible to get a referendum and to get our streetcar. It just is going to take a little more effort, and I'd just like everyone to know that we are working really hard behind the scenes to do that.
All right, thank you so much, Mike Morosky. All right, so streetcar work is halted for now. It will be, the work will continue at a much reduced level. It's going to be things, as I mentioned, that would have needed to be done had the streetcar been completed or had it been shut down. So that's where we stand right now. We're going to continue to talk with people throughout the evening and give you some more feedback from Mayor Cranley, the members of council who are opposed to the project, and those supporters who obviously are very disappointed tonight but not completely dejected at this point. Reporting live from City Hall, Angenette Levy, Local 12 News.
Interesting that he is accusing council of being off the rails, so to speak. It's pretty strong.
Yeah, very strong. We heard a lot of strong language here today, Curtis. A lot of these people have bought property along the line. They've invested their own money, so this is very close to, their hearts. They feel very passionately about it. So these council members, though, do contend, the ones who are opposed to it, that this pause does not equal a cancellation. They do not believe they are going to lose that $45 million or so in federal funding for the project. They don't see this as killing the streetcar. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Council members Charlie Winburn and David Mann today, and Kevin Flynn told me the other day, they're going to keep an open mind about this moving forward and wait for those numbers to come in.
All right, Angenette, thank you. The council debate over the streetcar has produced some bickering, as you've heard. Budget and Finance Committee Chairman Charlie Winburn says he wants to keep things from getting nasty. Good luck with that one. In response to the streetcar drama, he's proposing a civility rule that calls on council members to show mutual respect.